Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome in to the Farm2Table Show, morning edition, and Front Porch Friday. As you can see, I'm not alone this morning. I've got I've got Jack Dyer with Dyer Family Farm, and I believe Robbie from the Wild Huckleberry may be joining us here shortly. But anyway, they're up on the very top of it is the link is pinned up on top. So if you towards the top, so if you want to join us, feel free to click in. We're just going to hang out this morning and kind of see what see what happens out of this deal. But Jack, y'all are out there with flotation devices and
Oh man, I dug out my industrial strength arm floaties. It's just
but
it's been one rainstorm after another. Good morning, everybody.
yeah, good morning, everybody.
I
I
see
seen Ed.
Robbie in the chat.
I seen him in chat. I seen Ed Kirkpatrick in there. Rebecca touched my yarn. Good morning, and of
Ed,
course,
Ed was fishing about 50 miles from me the other day. I wished I knew how to communicate better with Ed.
we go.
He was over at the Arms. Now I'm not naive enough to think I'm going to head into the Arms farm, but um, Ed was over knocking out them sand bass.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! I tell you what, man, I ain't mad at him. No, I ain't mad at him. Getting
No, Robbie, that might be the first time I've ever seen you with a sombrero on.
I know we got
I just
Got
took mine
my
off.
hat,
What does it say?
Delighted Acres.
delight. Ah,
Everybody's sporting John's hat but me.
I don't have one either, so it's
Me and Ryan, you know.
that's it.
I got I got two hats at the Okie, and this is one. And oh no, I take that back. I didn't get the other. I was hoping to get one like Ryan had, but they haven't sent it to me.
Anyway,
I
yeah.
remember you saying that.
Good morning, Scotty. Glad to see you up there, buddy.
Hey, Scotty.
I
I was singing with the coyotes this morning. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, really. I saw that.
hadn't been on prior to getting this going, but anyway. So, Jack, since you're here with us, why don't you give us the redneck weather report?
Wow, on the spot. It is 56 degrees with 11-mile-an-hour north wind, May the 2nd, 2025. That 11-mile-an-hour wind makes it feel like it's 47, and we're going to get to 68. How's that? I think I got it all right.
I think you did. I think that was there. But and lots of rain. That's
It's just been 2 hours ago that I did that. So,
yeah, but you weren't even awake then. Hadn't had the coffee, so
right. This is mushroom coffee, y'all. My doctor has told me to back off the acidic foods, coffee in general. And I was like, Doc, ain't going to happen. We need to come up with alternatives.
wow.
So I came up with cold brew, which is 60 to 67% less acidic,
Right.
and then mushroom coffee. So we're
Ah,
going to try it.
but yeah. Anyway,
And she
yeah,
was the second doctor that told me very recently. So I know what they're trying to guard me against, and I know it could be serious. So I'm going to try.
and got to take care of that. Got to take care of those things. And Keith is the one that's chiming in on the text under the Farm to Table Show. He's over in the sunny
Gotcha.
Philippines.
Hanging in the Philippines. Yeah.
He's it's about 7 o'clock in the evening over there. So on
Oh,
Saturday or
He
Friday.
said he said he was jet lagged.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he did.
he did. He didn't even know it was Friday yesterday morning, or me this morning for him. But yeah,
Mm.
he's it's definitely that's a about a 28-hour flight. And yeah, it's pretty rough. So takes a few days to get kind of lined out over there. But
Last time I had a flight that long, they wouldn't let me get out in LaGuardia Airport with my loaded M16.
it's funny how they are about that. I was, I guess, probably one of the. I don't get mad often at airports, but it's happened twice, and I was in uniform both times. First time we were headed over to the sandbox, and they stopped us in Baltimore, and we we got to get off the plane, but we had to use the uh, man. Anyway, we had to use the had to keep a weapons guard, leave the weapons on the plane, kind of thing. Couldn't take them in the airport, obviously. So we got out, got to hang out for a while, and when it came back time to get on the airport, they made us go through the little TSA checkpoint again. And them TSA dudes were being jerks, and they held me up. And anyway, I mean, it was like we were my first sergeant over there yelling at me to go, and I'm like, "Don't blame me, blame these guys," you know.
Uh,
And so we it was that, and then the other time I was escorting a soldier that had been they had passed, and was escorting him home, and was in full uniform, doing that, and I guess my ticket came up, and they pulled me over to do a full search. I'm like, "Are you serious? Really?"
so on the bottom of your ticket, supposedly random, there is a sequence of numbers.
Yep.
Them numbers identify you as the random person that got lucky to be full searched every time you go through a gate.
Yep. And
We
that's
learned that going to Haiti on a missions trip with one of our ladies. I mean, salt of the earth, good lady, and she was just embarrassed and humiliated in
right.
there. That's the one time I've been really, really mad at the airport.
Oh yeah. It's that was probably the one that tweaked my beak the most, and I was and the guy explained it to me about the code, the letter code, number code for the day, and I'm like, oh, so it's the ticket counter agent I need to be up. So, but yeah,
Like airports.
Ed said we don't like airports, and so
I was trying to figure out what he said. I seen where Keith asked him why he said that.
yeah. Good morning,
Yep.
Bartlett. Glad to see you in with us this morning.
Hey, Joy.
And yeah, it's too many strange people at airports. No argument there.
I like airports because it usually, lately, in the last few years, it means I'm headed to Alaska.
Well, now there's that.
There you go.
But anyway, oh man, yeah,
And
it's
you got to have the right license now to go to the airport or start
Yeah.
May 7th.
yeah, something like that.
What
Yeah,
do they call that? The form of ID, true ID or real ID or whatever.
Yep.
I went ahead and got mine like a year. Well, I had to renew my CDL, and so when I just went ahead and went
So
through.
interesting topic. How many years did you get your CDL for?
I'd have to go look, but I think it expires in 27, and I know it's been. I think it was 5 years or something like that.
I got mine for 8 years this last time.
I can't remember. I'd have to look honestly.
I couldn't believe.
Yeah.
That's how long a typical license is for. You can get it for 8 years. That's when I got my real ID was in 2019
Yeah,
because it's good till 2027.
I think it's the real IDs that do that. I don't
It's
think.
the first time I've ever had one. I mean, my whole life it's been 4 years maximum.
Yeah, that's the way mine was for the first several. Like I said, and then when they offered me 8, I'm like, heck yeah.
And last year they started letting us tag our car for 2 years.
Yeah, Arkansas started that.
$13 for 2 years. I'm in.
Well, I don't think mine's that cheap, but then again, Arkansas.
Do you not get tags like that through the VA?
I've never followed through on it. Never done it. So.
Dude, you need to check that out. It's as easy as a little card you keep in your glove box.
Huh.
$6.50 for 2 vehicles a year.
Huh.
Each, $6.50 each.
That's nice.
Yeah. Is it go through the VA or DMV? Did it go through on that?
I got the card through the VA.
Okay, I'll have to ask my.
Go to the VA. What's that office? The representative office. Not the rep, or talk to your VA rep. She can tell you.
Okay, yeah,
You should be able to get that, man.
Yeah, I'll ask. I'm down there in that area. I'll ask all the time. That's fortunate. We're fortunate. We've got one right here in town, so it's not in my town, but right across the street from where my wife works. But anyway, Rebecca said it's 6 years for regular license in Missouri. So yeah. Well, guys, I didn't go vertical this morning because I remembered watching the lives trying to do vertical. I said, I'm gonna go across the big scoop on this one, so we may not get as many viewers. But
y'all hear that thunder rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling in mine too. But
It's clear here.
he's putting on the
Hold
hat.
on.
Keith,
Hi, Rebecca.
there's the hat that Rebecca made
This
for
is the
Jack.
hat right here.
Uh, but
How
anyway,
does it? How do them Duck Dynasty boys do it? Like that right there.
something like that.
Looking good, Jack.
Oh man, that is funny. Oh,
Oh, I did the naive thing at Duck Dynasty one time. I went after hours. I was working Haynesville, Louisiana, not too far from Monroe, and I drove over there, and they were already closed.
no.
So and I noticed they had a camera on the outside. So I looked. I'm trying. I really wanted to raffle off a hunting trip with them, but I never got a response. So I told them everything on the camera. It was the only contact I had with them.
Wow. I drove West Monroe quite a bit, Monroe, and never got a chance. Of course, I was in a truck, and didn't get to stop. But it was like I always had a plan to go down there, and we've never made it. And
We went by there one time.
My dad and sister and all went through there.
they've turned, I guess, from what I was reading, they've kind of more or less turned the that facility or a portion of that facility basically into a museum now. I mean, it's basically go in there and tour all that. But
Yeah, that's what they did. Now, Uncle Si was there, and I think Willie was there, but they didn't get too close to Willie.
right.
Oh,
Scotty said he doesn't fly afraid of heights due to a fall from a third floor porch. We'll pull that up. Landed on the
Ooh,
cement. No broken bones, but came inches to landing on a wrought iron fence. Goodness gracious.
Scotty.
Yeah, I think I'd stay firmly planted on terra firma on that one myself after that.
was you trying to fly, Scotty, or what? What happened to cause you to drop off a third floor porch?
I mean,
Oh,
man, no kidding. I mean, listen. I used to rock climb, so I had a couple of falls doing rock climbing. But man, that stuff is got to be careful with that stuff when there's fences around. but
go ahead, side Moose. Go.
oh, he's got the dogs in.
Moose just got up. She got to go outside.
Oh yeah.
I'm
It's funny
trying
how
to think. Y'all help me. The Alaskan Gun Show. What's the name of that? You know what I'm talking about?
Alaskan Gun Show.
Yeah, it's a gun shop up there in Anchorage. I can't remember. I don't know if y'all seen it. Well, we walked
I don't
in
think I've
there and
seen
it was like, those guys don't work here. I mean, the show portrayed them as there every day and all of that, but like those guys don't work here. One of them, the owner's brother was there. He was managing it, and he's like, "No, that's all television, man."
Yeah, see, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
we went to the antique archaeology in Tennessee, and of course you always seeing certain people there, and you go in and you say something, there, all the girls working there are like giggling because they're like, no, they're not here.
It's like, look at these guys coming in thinking they're gonna get to see somebody.
Well,
Right.
right. That's it. I mean, it's like a lot of the show with Duck Dynasty was recreation, basically of stuff that had happened in their story, But I mean,
Well,
it's
now Duck Dynasty has influenced my life
well, I
for
think
the
everybody.
better, for the better, and I'm thankful for it
Oh, I loved that show. It was great.
That was
because of
good.
them. Now this was the Duck Men actually before Duck
Okay.
Dynasty started. Because of them, I purchased a Benelli Pew Pew, and it has been the best weapon I've ever owned.
But hey, good morning, Kane. Glad to see you in, brother. And glad joining us for the second day in a row. I feel privileged.
Yeah, good morning, Kane.
Yeah, he's and Hardneck Farms just jumped in. Good morning again.
Yeah, good morning, Hardneck.
I said just got
Hey,
up.
Wendy.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't want to get out of bed either. That thunder rumbling and rain. I can sleep through that. But uh, I was going to say, Kate. I was going to tell you, Jack. I don't know, Jack, Robbie. I don't know if y'all remember. Well, Robbie, I don't think you were there, but Kane was the one who emceed um, at the rendezvous last year, and I think it's going to again this year. So,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
okay, got
So,
it. I
Nope,
do
I was
remember.
not there.
Robbie wasn't there, but I was.
yeah.
Robbie's
Plan,
going. Good
plan
Lord
to be
willing,
there this year.
going to be there this year.
Good deal. Good deal.
We
Yeah.
need to work out that lodging, Robbie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And anyway,
Sonia did send the formula for the coffee to Dina.
Good. Good.
Thank
okay, let's see. Scotty said he was 15, leaning over the railing to cut a vine, and the railing gave out. And the owner of the house was doing a favor for the owner of the house. Well, man, that's rough. But
you, Scotty.
at least you walked away from that one.
I'm glad we still got you.
No kidding. But anyway, and it was nice to meet you as well, Hardneck Farms. And
Yeah, Wendy, it was nice.
yeah,
Glad to meet you in person.
but
Yeah, absolutely.
well, y'all, we got y'all guys. Are y'all both going to Mid America? I'm not gonna make it. I know.
No,
I
we
am
won't be
going
there.
to try to possibly drive over on Saturday.
Yeah.
I won't be staying the night or going for the whole thing. I would prefer to. I'd love to, but it's too close back to back with the 10 Killer, and 10 Killer's our group, you know.
Right. And like I said, I'd looked at it, but it's just not going to happen. Keith's asking about what coffee formula, and I think it's your mushroom coffee that you were saying.
So it is coffee, mushroom coffee, chicory, and dandelion root.
Oh,
And don't ask me. I'll send what I got, the formula, to you, Keith. It's supposed to help me. I'm trying to lower the acid and all of that. And Sonia says she can't tell the difference when she makes it from regular coffee. So I got very discerning coffee taste buds. It's going to be tough to fool me, but I'm going to try it.
well, there you go. I'll be interested to see how that works out. But anyway, well, Robbie, I'm going to put you on the spot. Has Sonia opened up that bag of coffee yet?
No, she has not. I think she forgot and left it in the car. I don't think we got it out, but
Okay.
it'll be coming open very soon. Oh, oh, sorry, I lied. She did. She has.
Oh, okay.
If she's like me, she doesn't open the new stuff until the old stuff is gone.
Oh, well,
Yeah, there you go.
ain't mad at that.
I broke down and spent the big bucks on the Rise coffee. I know you guys, Robbie, seen that, the fake stuff. I ordered some. I thought, man, that's a good
Yeah.
deal. Got 2 bags for half price of what 1 bag normally costs. Well, it wasn't the real stuff.
Well,
So
there you
sent that back and ordered the real stuff.
go.
Yeah, all
You
the
know,
funny writing.
I'll tell you what it is. But anyway, well, guys, let's see where we at. We're at 18 minutes. We
Oh,
got.
you asked the question. We're not going to make it to Mid America, I know, because Sonia's starting her new job that Monday,
Uh-oh.
right before that. So there's no way.
Send her back to work. What's really going on?
Well, she's changing jobs.
Okay.
Yep.
She's actually going. She's not going to work for the chiropractor anymore. She's going to come to work for the same folks I work for.
Okay. But she gonna travel with
Different
you?
area. It'll be a different area. We'll get to ride to work together 2 days a week.
Well, there you go.
Those other days, Robbie don't have to go in.
I know it.
No, he doesn't.
That's what them IT guys do, man. I'm telling you.
Right? He
I
was the
ain't
smart
mad.
bunch.
No,
He figured out how to stay home and work.
that's it. That's what I said. Maybe I'm in the wrong field. I've been trying to figure out how to get paid and not have to go in for a long time.
Yeah, but you also in the IT field, and you get
Middle of the
paid to
night.
get called in the middle of the night and
Yeah,
while you're on vacation or
yeah. I was no kidding. My brother, I had a guy. Long story back when I was still in the army, but I met him down when I was down at Fort Campbell. Uh, Went down to their place and their house. He was a network administrator for a major corporation in Nashville, and one of the rooms in his house was his basically server room. It's how he could manage everything from home, and all the boxes were open, fans blowing, and it was still like ambient temperature, like 80, 90 degrees in that room because of firewall computer, the main computer, the all that stuff, and it was all built in there so he could run it from home and only had to go into the actual server if there was a problem, or about every once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, just to check on it. If he had to run updates, he could run them from home, anything like that. So, but they were paying him a fat check to to sit there and do it. TNT's in. Good morning, TNT. Said I'm an
Yeah,
IT.
there
Had an
you
11
go.
hour day yesterday, 13-hour day the day before. Yeah,
Yep, sounds not unusual.
yeah.
I don't
Work.
know how long I worked yesterday. 6 to 7:30. What is that? 13 and a half, something
13 and
like
a
that.
half.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
I got up this morning to our main internet circuit is down at work. So,
I'm surprised you're here talking to me.
Yeah, glad
well,
you're here.
I'm using my internet,
Oh,
and but I can't do anything really to it until they get it fixed. We have uh, uh, ne- a circuit that ends up people keep cutting it while they're burying stuff.
oh, nice.
Sorry about that. I could be that guy. Yeah,
Good equipment. Good
road
equipment.
grader. Yeah, road grader's bad about that.
I tell you what. Got people I know that work and they do different, line construction stuff like that, utility stuff. And every time they'll be like, they have them come out and they mark it, and they, survey will tell where it's supposed to be. Go dig in and boom, hit something because they were wrong on where they marked it, or they were wrong on the survey. And it's like,
Mm.
it's supposed to be buried X feet deep, and it's only shallow. I mean, I don't know.
Well, but
It's
who that did it didn't put it where they were supposed to, you know?
right.
That is more common than you think.
Hmm.
Terry with TNT, so he said what we're all trying to figure out how to do is how to find a way to get paid
Yes,
to
yes.
homestead stuff.
Absolutely, Terry. Absolutely, we are.
But anyway, and speaking of homestead stuff, I guess we ought to at least talk one homestead thing while we're here. We've been just rambling.
Let's do it.
Um, I've been doing some shows over the last, I guess, few weeks, and one of them was about kind of, I guess you might say, traditional skills. What do you think is one of the most valuable ones to relearn today? I mean, of course, just the old traditional stuff that we don't do anymore or haven't done, lost. You know,
Hmm.
Valuable one.
yeah, as far as
Have
just,
you got an answer, or are you just putting us on the spot?
I don't know. I'm just random. I'm trying to ask an open-ended question and see if it goes somewhere. I don't know.
I
For me
think.
personally, oh, go ahead, Jack.
No, go ahead, Robbie.
I was just gonna say, for me personally, it's probably processing
Yeah,
the larger animals, processing and such for myself.
right.
As far as dollars saved for the homestead, yes. I think honestly, so I don't know how to word it, but being willing to do it,
Yeah, the willingness. Yeah,
the willingness,
Uh,
having the heart to, because don't kid yourself, you're eating a lot of good, way more healthy stuff for you if you're doing it on your farm, but
right.
it is not lack of work.
No,
mm,
that was one of the shows the other morning was about homesteading ain't easy, and
Right? Yeah.
and
yep.
uh, and I think we have. I read an article. What kind of triggered that one off? I read an article. Uh, I get little notifications for through Google and stuff, and it was some girl from up in the Northeast had wrote this article. Her and her husband, and they went in with that Pinterest idea, that Instagram idea of homesteading,
Just
and
gonna be beautiful, and we're gonna live kumbaya.
save
Mm,
all this money on chicken and feeding, blah blah blah.
yeah.
Now they're to their credit, they're still there. 10 years, they're still. But they said they pulled back on the amount of animals they got. They just keep it real small. Their goats, they really downsized what they were doing because, it was like, yeah, no, you thought you were going to still get to go on vacation. You thought you were still going to get to, live the easy life. And but yeah, that's a good one, Terry. I like that. We tell people it's a simpler life, not an easier life. But
That's exactly right.
yeah.
That's exactly right.
You add in there what Terry said earlier, working 11 and 13 hours, and like Jack did, but you still got to come home to take care of that too.
Right.
Yep.
And that's the part that I, I think people think they can just I guess you might say kind of like their dogs and their cats. They just take care of that and they go on. They don't have to be out there dealing with it. But I mean, I worked yesterday and I had to come home and had to get the brush hog hooked up because all this rain has caused my grass to get so high my lawnmowers can't handle it. So
Anybody that wants to see the ugly side of homesteading, come join me today while I muck out a chicken coop that
ooh,
absolutely
I've got to
flooded.
do that.
Mine turned to liquid jail, man. I couldn't believe it.
Oh, gross.
It just absolutely flooded, and it smells atrocious.
yeah, that's
And it's not healthy for the birds, so you can't ignore it. You've got to get out there
Right.
and get it done. So that's today's
Right.
project.
nice. Yeah, but let's see what hard next say. What she said. Bring it up. Thank God, my great grandparents and grandparents homestead. I learned from them all about
Yeah.
canning, growing food, jams, jellies, etc. And that's the thing. Fortunately, the ones who got it passed down like that didn't have to aren't having to go back and uh, you know, relearn this stuff. Joey said the weather doesn't
Oh,
always.
that's absolutely true, Joy.
You need
It's
to.
going to be raining most of today, and
Yep.
while I'm
Man,
trying to do that.
oh, Ed said, "Here
Here
comes the
come the
flood."
flies. Yep.
Yes, Ed, no doubt. It's that season.
Man,
For whatever
I,
reason, you
I
deal
do
with
want
them.
to throw something. So you ever been to church and the preacher stepped on your toes? Well, earlier this week, this guy right here stepped on my toes.
my
With
own too.
the losing the tools and
Right.
misplacing them and such. That got on my toes hard.
I'm telling you. I listen when I'm not a lot of that stuff. I'm talking to myself. Okay, I'm telling myself what I need to do
Since
because
my youngest boy moved out, I don't have that big of a problem. But my wife likes to place things places she and then say, "What did you do with that?"
right.
I didn't want to say that, Jack, but
Yeah.
I'll tell it.
Oh man.
She knows. We went around and around and around about this pair of scissors that we keep on top of the microwave for opening drink mixes. She said, I didn't move them for days. When we found them, it was right where she opened the bag of dog food.
Oops. Oh. Uh.
We even had my little sister involved looking for them scissors.
Oh man. I tell you, it's Oh, let me see. Let me see what she said. I gotta read that up. Right. My chicken run
oh,
sunk. Yeah, and I'm worried this morning. It was a very wall slamming us with rain, where we are put in the geothermal tubes in the ground sink. Okay. Wow.
Wow. What that geothermal should be a polypropylene or polyethylene or some kind of polypipe. It should take movement.
Yeah.
there
Oh,
you go.
10.
Nice, Scotty.
Yeah. Nose put close pit. Yeah. Nose close pin time. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
for you, Jack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, I'm not smart enough. Every now and then, when it's really bad, here's an old trick for people that don't smoke and is going to be around smokers or stinking or picking up dead animals on the side of the road for the county, that kind of stuff. Vicks vapor rub up both nostrils.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yep.
It will help you through your day.
But oh man, yeah. There's those little things you got to do. Sometimes we're out on them farms. It's like I'm really happy that like my allergies maybe have me stuffed up a little bit because
Really.
yeah. Let's see. Hardback said they're full-time homesteaders, grow food year-round, chickens, orchards, brambles. We are restoring our farm from a fire. Oh my goodness, yeah. But well,
That's
there
cool.
was.
Are they in Oklahoma?
I think so. If I remember correctly, I think.
I seem to think they are too. I know I've encountered them multiple times on chat and stuff.
Right, and especially so lately saying you're in a fire. Of course, that's pretty much a lot of places.
Well,
This
now there's good come out of fire too. I
okay,
mean, there's loss, but if you're a mushroom hunter, after a fire, the next season's where they're supposed to be plentiful. I have yet to prove or disprove that theory.
yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you, Keith, for what he's getting ready to do, you'll taste that smell.
Taste
Yeah,
it. That's what I was thinking.
tastes chicken squat.
Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
It's like liquid gold. It just don't smell like gold.
Yeah, Rebecca, hope that appointment goes well. Hope your eyes are okay.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, girl.
Ren and Stimpy. I don't know who Ren and Stimpy. All right.
Good morning, Ren and Stimpy.
Welcome in, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just saying. Terry, there sounds like there's a story behind that tip for the week for wear your chainsaw, chaps. Uh, sounds like a story at hand. I don't know.
We had a kid in high school. We called him Chainsaw Toe Toby.
Man, no.
For that very reason, took his big toe off.
Wow.
It's good morning, Petra Beer. That's well, just lost my brain for a second. I'll think of the name here in a minute. But anyway, friend of a friend, yeah. Anyway, geothermal tubes are 245 feet around the greenhouse. I'm going to put 6 feet deep. Fire in 2014. We're in Oklahoma, and mushrooms after the fires were burnt.
I remember Wendy now that she said her name.
Yeah.
I don't have the best memory. Hey, Peter, welcome in.
Petra, yeah, she's
Petra, not Peter.
Oh man.
I watch Wendy's videos.
But my brain. Keith helped me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Suzanne Gonzalez. Yeah, that's related to them. Anyway, I knew I'd think of the name, and Keith helped me out with that. But anyway, there is chainsaw to the knee Saturday. Just hoping to stop in and say hi with them to meet up just down the road. Instead, I was in the ER.
Oh no,
man, that's rough.
No cool.
My last pair of well, not last pair, but I had a pair of steel-toed boots on, and I was chainsawing and doggone right across. Thankfully, the steel toe was there because I was cutting, and it went right into the front toe of the boot.
I have never had a pair of chaps. I mean,
catch a bunch.
I've had bull riding chaps, and I got motorcycle riding chaps now.
But I don't know if those I mean, depending on how thick they are, I don't know if those would. But those I've used the chaps. Previous location I was at, we were clearing a county road of trees and everything, and it had the chaps on, and that was a busy week right there, and yeah, it was. I got to be on the chainsaw guys, and everybody else was stacking, so I preferred that job. Let's see, blessed, no bone or tendon damage, 5 internal, 12 external stitches. Good grief! Now, Terry, you're going to have to include that in your off-grid living presentation.
Ren and Stimpy's experimenting.
I seen that. He's got some of that special crops going on.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work out.
I'd be scared the watermelon would make me woozy.
So to say, it might get a little funny. Oh, but anyway, let's see. Where am I at? Let's see. Tom isn't on YouTube, sometimes in the background.
Ed, have a good day.
Small 10-acre farm. Yep. I missed that. Yeah. Oh, got to run, gang. Yeah, fish are biting. Heading out to farm pond this morning. Yeah, good. Happy hunting on that one. Let's see.
Go catch some fish for me, Ed.
Yeah. Me too, Ed.
I remember that. Yeah, Keith fell off he fell off a ladder with a live chainsaw. It went one way and it went the other.
Lord have
mercy. My worst experience with the chainsaw is I cut a log one time. I was cutting it and it rolled a little and fell right on my big toe.
Yeah, good morning, Chris. Chris Thompson in. How y'all?
Hi, Chris.
How y'all surviving the water up there on your down there? I should say. I know that every time it rains, they get flooded. It's I've never seen. I didn't think you could have a swamp in the mountains, but they pulled it off. So it's
yeah, they bought swampland on top of the mountain.
Oh man, that is good. And yes, everybody knows Rebecca. It's just kind of keeping up with Chad over there. Yep. But it's rough right now. Yeah. And I, if anything is, it's all doing all this right now. And then we're going to hit that period of months where we can't find rain. And
Paul Case said it yesterday. We're 10 days, any 100-year rain event, we're still 10 days away from drought.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's that's the part that I know is coming. Is it's going to be and hot. It's
hot and dry.
that's
I
I've
don't
got. I'm trying to save that. I've got my garage that looks like a tornado just dropped the tools and the supplies and everything in. Uh, so that's why I knew who I was talking to on that show, Robbie. Uh, it's trust me, I've got them spread out, but my roof started leaking this winter. So
Oh yeah,
Uh-oh.
I remember you saying something about that.
fortunately, it's not leaking where it's leaking. It's just going straight on the concrete. So I've got everything moved away from it, but uh, still needs to be taken care of. And so it's just one of those things. And I thought, well, I'll wait till it's dry and hot, so I can take the roof off and not worry about anything getting rained on. So
I wish we could go from this season to winter. Skip that drying heat in the middle,
right,
because my duck hunting pond out here behind the house is perfect right now, but after August there'll barely be enough water for the bird to wash his throat out.
man. Mhm. Uh, check into Hurricane Shake Roofing. I don't got that bad. Uh, this is just an old roof. The people that I bought the property from, they put a metal roof across the front. They left the back shingle, which tells me they just used what they had, and that was all they.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they just put it over the old shingles. They didn't fix nothing, uh, and so previous leaks, decking, and which I seen it. I knew it when I bought it. I seen it, and it's just ancient roofing, and there's a tree right there, so that don't help either. So, but anyway, so it's just one of those things. But yeah, we're uh, basically my son-in-law and I are going to expand out the garage a little bit, a couple of bays off of it to that channel idea that I talked to you all about. That'll be part of that. Having room to do it. So
That would be cool.
got to get in there and clean it all out. And we moved up here, and it was moving in a hurry, and so I just shoved things in there, you know, and so there's minimal organization at
If you
all.
want to practice cleaning your garage out, come on by.
No, no, I don't need help.
Yeah, you come by here, right? Get some experience.
I trust me, I've got plenty.
We don't even park in our garage.
We
Oh
don't either. We should. My pickup don't fit, but Dina has been telling me every storm season I end up needing to clean it out to get her in there. And why I don't pre-plan that and put things. I got a 40 by 60 shop, and it never makes it back there once I bring it to the house.
oh man, 40 by 60. What would that be like?
It's
Oh,
full.
wow, I'm saying.
Well, that's what I know is that it was just a place to put more stuff. But
The bigger you build, the more junk you have piled around.
that's it. Funny thing was when I actually had a commercial shop, I had a paint and body shop, and I had stuff would just show up. It wasn't even our stuff. People just drop stuff on the front door, you know. And but overall, I had to keep the shop clean because we had to be able to bring cars in and out of the bays and
Yeah.
stuff. You had to keep it put up. So a lot of things went to the dumpster. And yeah, people parking garages. That was my question to my wife when we met because she had a garage. She parked in her garage, and so when I had stuff in that garage, we were living there for all them years. That was the deal. I had to leave her a space to park, so I had everything
That's
horseshoe.
what the garage is for.
Yeah, I know.
That when the first house we had when we got married, Sonia parked in it. I couldn't because, like Jack said, my truck was too
Oh,
long for it.
my trucks. I've never.
But that's the only garage we've ever had that we parked in. You know what's in my garage right now?
Mm.
Chicks.
Well, hey, that's valuable. We no, this garage is this building. They built it around root cellar and well house, which is cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, which is cool because it's all under roof. But they put two bays, one on each side of that. Well, the bay that I was going to let her be the one she parks in, one I've got generators and four wheeler and everything else in there, lawn. But I've got to get dirt work done outside. Every time it rains, it floods that half of the garage.
Yeah.
So anything over there
Oh,
has to be off the ground or can't be something that don't hurt to be in water. And as she said, it creeped her out in there. So because it was dark, no power, so she hasn't parked in it. But the plan is the plan is to get that all fixed, and then she can park in the garage. So again, so uh, but
Well,
my
glad
truck.
you joined us, Lynn and Stimpy.
Yep. Thanks for jumping in. But anyway, so yeah,
Well, I appreciate you guys making me feel better about my garage.
oh no, SEO it wasn't hard enough. So they have to move the containers back out of garage until fall, so we can get in the garage. Try to move in. We built our house recently. Not enough time. That's the answer right there. Not enough
Not
time.
enough time.
That is anyway.
Not
But
enough time or not enough priority.
yeah, well, that's it. And
We do that a lot.
yeah, and yeah, I've not got to use the root cellar. I've got it's when it rains like this, it usually ends up with about an inch or two, little bit of water standing in the bottom of it, and so I've got to get me a sump pump and
Mm.
keep that out of there. But I don't know. I think it was just an old cellar, honestly, just like one of the old style cellars. But when I seen it, it was the instant thought was like that could be a good root cellar right there. That's what, yeah.
We checked ours yesterday with the storms coming through the night, and it's damp down there under the stairs. Is the first time I've seen standing water, but we have had an unbelievable amount of water on top of already saturated ground.
Right. And
I need to seal the whole thing. Mine's great concrete, huge concrete cellar, but
yeah, it's yeah, hate hearing that, man. That's yeah, they get that snow and ice up
I
there.
can believe that in New York.
Yeah, but well, like I said, it's just it's spurring a project. Like I said, wanting to do the channel edition, and then uh, yeah, and then plus just the leaking and everything else. It I was like, yeah, it's good time to do it, and so but we got to do it on a budget like everybody else. So it'll and my
yeah, when you get YouTube famous, man, them budgets are out the window.
There you go.
they're living the dream. Uh,
Right?
but yeah, that's it. I got to figure out how that's going to work. But no, my son-in-law's gotten into wrenching. He's gotten into being a gearhead a little bit. He's got some projects, and I've got some. So it's like, well, we need more space then, because laying outside on the ground is out of the equation for
For
me
the
anymore.
birds.
It's not fun.
I've done it with him, helping him work on it, but it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. We got to get, and I have the trusses for a 40 by 40 shop with some old chicken house trusses, but the price to build that out the way I was going to is just out of reach right now. And
You need a barn raising.
yeah, I
There you go.
need to make me some Amish friends and have a barn.
Yeah.
But anyway, concrete's the biggest. Concrete and metal are the two things I can't get around. Everything else is pretty.
That concrete's stupid expensive right now.
Yeah, I think the last I heard here was 189 a yard delivered. So
Mm.
Yeah, and that's nuts. To have something poured for you. I don't know, my shop, what I was wanting poured, I just got skirt concrete down one side and a little down the other side. The middle's open and two ends of one side is open. And it was like $8,000. I was like,
yeah.
no.
Well, fortunately, working in the poultry industry the way I do, I get to go around. I'm on a lot of different farms and meet a lot of different people. And there's a guy down south that we don't have his farms anymore. He switched to a competitor, but I still know the guy. I still got his phone number. And they had to do a bunch. They went in and redid a bunch of their houses, and so I can get the sheet metal from him for $1 a running foot. So
That's not too bad.
that's a quarter of the
Yeah.
price new down here anyway. And so that was a major price savings, but I just couldn't get around the concrete. And so I can take the garage I have and do a little bit of modification. It's got a re-roof anyway, and it'll reshape how I do it, but I can get out with probably, I can get out with a lot less money going that route. So
And still have what you need.
and still have enough of what I need. Because you're right, the bigger it is, the more stuff I'll put in it.
That's exactly right.
But anyway, well, guys, Well, listen, Hardneck, good luck with that. Looks like they got trying to figure out how to prevent the leaking in the storm shelter. Built in a ground house. Don't trust it. Yeah, that's. I think that's an ongoing problem, especially if it's a regular, kind of thing. A few weeks ago on concrete for the driveway, so contractor said it's a deal on concrete. Pay more for it. Yeah. Tell you what, anytime you can find those deals, take them, man.
Yeah, take the deal, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Keith always tells me luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So,
That's
There you
pretty
go.
good.
so anyway, yep. Keith, in fact, Keith's
Good night, Keith.
night from the Philippines, and yeah, we're going to get it on out of here. I'm not going to go through the lineup. I know I said Mid America is coming up, and of course we were talking a little bit about Rendezvous. But folks, that's a wrap for today on the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition and Front Porch Friday. We're going to try to do something like this every Friday, and may not be able to stay on as long as I did today, but we'll try to have it. Anyway, normally I've got to be out the door about as fast as I click the end button, but. Anyway, appreciate Robbie and Jack joining us and hanging out, and everybody in the chat. Hope you all enjoyed it. And hit that like button, share it with your friends, subscribe if you're not on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Best way to stay connected. Help grow our conversation about food, farming, and community. And until next time, keep your roots deep and your vision growing. Good food starts with great people, just like you. And remember, we are hashtag stronger together. Hashtag think outside the big box store. Shop local.
Shop local.
That's it. And so be a blessing to someone today, and we will see you all on the other side. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay dry if you can. Stay safe. And we will be back here, Lord willing, Monday morning, 6 a.m., back on our regular scheduled programming. And we're going to hand this over to Hank to take us on out of here. Guys, I appreciate it. Y'all have a weekend. Bye. See you all.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.